Now, I did that just for the heck of it,
Uh-huh.
doing a countdown, just
Just to kill some time.
just to make sure that the audio is coming through. And then I realized that the YouTube is picking up the audio stream from StreamYards and not from me, so I was still going to have to talk into the microphone anyway. Bottom line, duh. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Quarter Scams. This is the Arts Knows Andrew speaking, and it's Saturday night, and we are live streaming. And once again, I am joined by my good friend Avery here. How the heck are you, sir?
I'm good. How about you?
Not too bad. I am so glad to be home. 8 days of vacation, and you spend 4 of them in a car. It's not. Yeah. Well, we did have a slight fear when we got home. Both the wife and I had bug bites on our legs to where while we were driving, of course, we're scratching and picking at them and irritating them and all that. And we got home and we're like, did we get bug bites? Or not bug bites, bed bugs from the hotel we stayed in?
Ooh.
And she's like, ooh, that's a possibility. And I'm like, well, the night before we left, we did a cookout. And we were outside for a very long period of time. And at one point, me and my mother-in-law went back into the room, and my wife stayed outside with her sister and her cousin and chit-chat until 10:30 at night. And we got home, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I it's just my legs, not my arms, not my chest, not my face, just my legs. So I'm thinking, no, it has to be mosquito or chickens or whatever is out there in the middle, out there in Missouri, right? So I picked my mother-in-law up from the airport, and the first thing she says to me is, man, we are all covered in bug bites. And I said, oh, thank goodness. Because we were all outside doing the cooking out at that time. So it's definitely not bed bugs. Because everybody is suffering from it. Everybody was
ate up.
Yeah. So you get some Benadryl, you get some of that stuff, you rub it on there, and a couple days later you'll be fine. No big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or you can just scratch it till it's a bloody mess and it scabs over, then it'll stop. I've
already done that with 3 of them on my leg. Because while we were driving, I'm just scratch. And then I got home, it's like, oh my God, what did I do to myself?
Well, then they usually dry up and stop itching.
Yeah. I just haven't gotten to that stage yet. So, well, let me check and see who all's here. Let's do a check-in. I do have a theme for tonight's live stream, and I will tell you all why and where I came up with the idea. And I'm going to need the audience's help. And Avery, of course, you can help too, but anything you say is going to be thrown out the window anyway, because I never listen to you anyway. So, so sad. Pamela's here. Hey, Pamela, how's it going? She says, hello, all. Welcome to the show. I love the picture of the kitty looking out the window. Very nice. Manuel, of course, is here. Manuel says, good evening, my friend Drew. Happy Saturday. And to you, sir, as well. Happy Saturday. Chuck's here. Hey, Chuck, how's it going? We have Aaron. Aaron, how's it going? Says, hey, Drew. Manuel says, hello to Pamela. And hello to Arrow. He says, hey to Chuck. And he says, hello to Avery. Happy Saturday.
Hello.
Manuel says, welcome back, my friend Drew and Avery. Thank you so much, sir. We're glad to be back. We did take a little hiatus last week, and you know what I think is so funny? I have a couple of regulars that come to my store, and one of the regulars came in and says to me, hey, I caught that live stream you did from the back patio of your timeshare while you were on vacation. I said, is that the only one you caught? He said, yes. That was the 5 minute one. That was a 5 minute one where I'm just there. Hi, how's it going? Everybody's doing good. Goodbye. So I'm like, killing me. B Bernie B's here, says hello, Drew and Avery, from Long Beach, California. Hello. Glenn's in the house, says don't forget to hit that like button. Excellent. Thank you, sir. Manuel says hello to B Bernie B and hello to Glenn. Joe's here and says, hello, Drew. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Aaron says, I'm good, Drew. Fantastic. Glenn says, only 3 likes so far. Well, I'm sure we'll get a few more. I mean, there's only like 14 people watching right now, so I mean, that's a good average. 25%,
Yeah, you are like a half hour late, also after skipping a week. because you're on
Yeah,
vacation.
that's true. Well, I did. My mother-in-law's plane came in at 7:20, and it doesn't take long to get to the airport, but when you're picking up people at the airport, sometimes that can take a while. Once I
Yeah.
got back home, I mean, I had picked her up a sandwich, so she had something to eat when she got back. So we just drove straight home, and still 20 minutes late. But I tried. I promise everybody to do better. I promise to do better. Manuel says hello to Joe. Jim's in the house. Says good evening, all. Welcome, Jim. Aaron says, glad you had a good time. I did. Do you want to hear something so sad? And I told this to my wife, and I also told it to my mother-in-law. We do this trip every year. This is a summer family gathering. My father-in-law, his family is in Missouri, and he had bought a timeshare out at the Lake of the Ozarks. And every summer, they would drive up or fly up, and then his family would come down. They'd have 2 rooms, and we'd stay and hang out on the lake. Now, I've only been going for like the last 4 years since he passed. I'm the one that volunteered to drive my mother-in-law and my wife, and I was the driver, so that was my responsibility. And it's not that it's a chore every year, but it's a long ass week where the drive takes 2 days, the drive back takes 2 days. You're there for several days. There's really not a lot to do. It's a small little town. One of the main thing we did this year is we cooked out. We had a cookout. That was it. That was great. We had a great time. But there's so much involved in getting there and getting back. And I told my wife, as we're literally driving back into town, and I turned to her and I say, honey, do you remember the euphoric feeling of release when we were driving home from our daughter's wedding? How it was like, oh my gosh, it's finally done. It's finally over. It's finally finished. Oh, it felt so good. I turned to her and I said, I'm getting that same exact feeling right now. Driving home from this vacation, and she's laughing her butt off because she was having the same feelings. Yeah. And my mother-in-law, when I'm driving her home from the airport, she's literally sitting in the seat going, oh my God, I'm so glad to be home.
Yeah.
It's not that it's a hardship. Like I said, it's not that it's a hardship. There's just so much involved in it that it is a relief to get home and be done with a vacation.
That's probably 2 vacations back to back for you.
Well, I got a third coming up next weekend or this weekend.
What?
I'm going to Charlotte.
Oh my God!
I forgot. Yeah, guys. Let me do this real quick for you guys. I am leaving for Charlotte, North Carolina on Thursday to attend the Heroes Convention with my friend Todd. We're gonna live stream on his channel on Friday night. Like we normally do. Avery and me and the guys will probably be. Well, it'll probably be a shortened live stream because we'll probably be dead tired. But then I will most likely try to do a live stream from his house because I'll be the only one there, unless I meet some hot chicks at the convention, invite him back to his place, and we party up. That's a good possibility. It could happen. I guarantee you. If I asked my wife, and I said to her, honey, if I met some really hot babes at a comic book convention who thought I was hot, sexy, whatever, and I invited them back to the house to party, would you be okay with it? She, what she'd probably say? Go for it. Good luck. Good luck.
Good
luck, son.
She knows it's a safe bet.
Well, that's like she has actually given me permission when I've gone to either hang out with Todd or hang out with you or hang out with, the guys. She goes, if the guys decide to go to a strip club, you're more than welcome to go. And I'm like, that has never happened in my life. It has never happened. But she's given me permission many, many times that if it ever happened, that I'm free to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I haven't done something like that since I was in my late teens, early 20s.
Well, the opportunity recently passed because my son-in-law was going to have a bachelor party. They ended up, because all their plans got changed at the last minute, so they ended up doing a bachelor party. They did like a pub crawl down in St. Augustine, and my sister and her husband were like the main chaperones. and they invited friends and family, and they went and they had a great time. But I told my daughter, I said, honey, pubs and walking, two things I don't do very well. So we stayed home. So even if there was a chance to go to a strip club, I missed out because I wasn't there to begin with. So
Yeah.
Oh well. All right.
Yeah, you're too old for that shit.
Way too old. Way too old. Let's see who else is here. Darlene's in the house. Darlene, how's it going? Says hi to everybody. Let's see. Glenn says, got a scam call Memorial Day from Mexico City about a vacation package. I hate those. I absolutely hate those. They asked if I was still interested. They hung up when I asked them what they were offering. See, mine usually stick around, but they always tell you, the one that I get is you bought a vacation package years ago and you bought insurance on it. And for some reason, you canceled the vacation. Well, you still have the insurance. Let us help you book another vacation. Now, number one, I'm not buying any vacation packages and then canceling them. That has never happened. Never once in my life has that ever happened. So as soon as they say that, I'm like, lie. And I just hate those people. And they're ones that I get nasty and mean to, because they call every year and I tell them every time, if you cannot tell me who I bought this package from and when, you're a liar. You're lying to my face. You're a pain, no. And yeah. Eventually I do. It usually escalates and I just yell and scream and holler and curse at people. And doesn't make for a good call, but it happens all the time. Darlene says, I kept checking. Okay. Burst is here, says, good evening, everyone in the chat. Welcome. Manuel says, Drew, I watched the video this morning to see your cat. I hope you read my message about your cat. She is a star. They all think they're fantastic. It's one of the reasons why the door's shut right now, so all those fantastic cats can stay out of my room. Oh, I didn't tell you guys what happened. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to tell you guys the story or not. You're going to have your level of respect and admiration for me is going to hit the floor. Actually, I'd have to get it off the floor first in order for it to hit the floor again. That's what Avery's thinking. But we got another cat.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you all that story in a minute.
Another one?
Yes. Jim says, I got a scam call this morning from a hotel offering half price on suites. I never stayed in a hotel. Okay. Manuel says, good evening to Births. Glenn says, severe thunderstorm warnings here in Colorado. So far, nothing where I live. Yeah, thunderstorms can be this time of year, especially here in Florida. We get them as well. Burr says hi to Manuel. Joe says, do you talk with other scam baiters? Yeah, I did an interview with Tagao and Betty Bam Bam. God, was it last year or? Yeah, and I chit chat with Betty all the time. She leaves comments, and I respond to them all the time. So yeah, but those are the only two I really know that I've actually talked to in person. But I know there's a lot more people out there doing this. So yeah, those are my two favorites. Glass Bottles here says hello, E&E. Welcome. Jim says evening, Avery.
Hello.
Cross, our good friend Rick from Rick of the North, is in the house. Says hi all.
Hey Rick.
Manuel says, next weekend is Father's Day. Yes. My Father's Day gift to myself is I'm going to a comic book convention. I'm going to spend some time with my buddy, who is then going to in turn leave.
My gift to myself is I'm not going.
You're not a dad. That you know of, right?
That I claim.
Yeah, that you claim. Darlene says, well, we will see how our summer goes. I got a jury summons, had to fill out the online questionnaire. Check-in is July 15th. Just be glad you don't live in New York. Anyway, back to the chat. Manuel says, hey to Cross. Stacy's here. She says hello to Drew. She says hi to everybody in the chat. Manuel says hey to Glass Bottle. Burr says hi to Stacy. Then we got a bunch of people saying hi and hi and hi. Let's get down to a conversation starter. Glenn says, I still get calls and letters about my timeshare that I sold 27 years ago. Wow. Boy, oh boy.
Dang.
Jim says, wow, how many cats do you have now? 6. 6.
That qualifies you as a crazy cat lady.
It does. And none of them are, well, no, I take that back. I claim one of them. Stranger, the black cat, she's mine. She's mine. And she is, when we first got her, when she first came to us, she was skin and bones. You could feel her spine and her back. She is starting to fill out very nicely. She is very healthy. She's looking good. She's very I take all the credit for how well she's doing. But she's definitely my cat because I claim her because when it came time, when it became necessary to go get her taken care of on those nights that she would sing us at night, sing songs to us at night, and she sang a lot of very loud songs. When it came time to go get her shots, get her taken, get everything done, I took care of it. I paid for it. I named her. She's my cat. So,
okay.
And she slept with me last night. She was so happy that I was home, and I was happy to be home. So, Manuel says, we last Friday got bad storms and tornadoes. You got to be careful of those tornadoes, my friend. Crazy. Burr says, I got a debt consolidation scam call. I asked, do you want to talk about my black card, gold card, American Express card, MasterCard, and the one that pays for my Rolls Royce? What did they say? Did they go along with it? That's funny. Glass Bottle says, I got a scam call from India just to give me Hindi curse word lessons. Laugh out loud. Fantastic. That's always a good thing. Burr says, why did he hang up? Manuel says, my dad's birthday next Sunday. Okay. His birthday's on Father's Day. How great is that? Rick says, Andrew, is just a bit catty. Yeah, just a bit. A little catty in the brain. You know what I mean? Stacy says, you are amazing for saving her. Well, she is one of these cats who I think they're smart enough to know, this is a family, this is a house, this is a place for food and shelter. And if I'm really nice to them, they'll let me stay. Because as soon as she walked in the back door, she was very, very friendly with everybody. The other cats, the dog, all the people in the house. She didn't hiss at anybody. She didn't want to fight with anybody. She, somewhere in the back of her brain, said, if I'm nice, they will take care of me. And she's been wonderful ever since. But I really do think it was like a what do you call it? Where you do something in order to survive. A survival instinct. It was a survival instinct. She knew, be nice to the people, and they will accept you. And that's exactly what happened. We took her in, and she's mine.
Yeah, cat. It seems like cats sometimes pick their owners. They go, you.
Oh yeah. Mano says,
and they know who to pick. It's weird.
He says, we elected cutoff on Sunday early around 2 a.m. Your electricity cut out. Okay. With the storms. I gotcha. Cross says hi to Stacy. Glenn says, 6 cats. Have you started a cat ranch? Where did you get your cat herding training? I suck at cat herding. Horribly suck at it. Darlene says, we ended up with 11 cats at one time. The mama cat had a litter of 9. My sister's cat had litters for a total of 22 cats at her apartment. Now, see that 11, 22, that is extreme. And wow. we've told everybody in the family, do not bring us another cat. Do not bring another cat to this home. And as a matter of fact, I told my kids when they came to visit, hey, if you guys want to take one or two, you're perfectly welcome. Mike's been thinking about it, but I think he's got one cat, and he lives by himself, and he's got one cat, and he's like, Dad, that's all I can handle, one cat. I said, okay, but if you want to take another one, you can gladly take one. Just not mine. Just not mine. Stacy says, I would save all the stray animals, but my son won't let me. We didn't do it on purpose. I mean, what's so funny, when we first moved in, we had my wife's 2 cats. We had Benji and we had Regal. And that was it. And then my mother-in-law was kind of jealous because she really liked the cats. So my daughter helped her get a kitten. So she got Betsy, the monster. And then the two more came at the same time. So that was three. Then my niece said, I've got two cats. I'm moving into an apartment. I can't take care of two cats. Will you take one? So we agreed to take Finn. And the night we agreed to take Finn, stranger shows up on the back door. So that's 5 cats. Well, recently that same niece got accepted to college and is getting ready to transition into the dorms. And she's not allowed to keep cats, which means her cat, Elio, needs to find a new home. So who does she ask? My mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law asks us, and we're like, it's your house, lady. You do what you want. So that's how we now have 6 cats. My wife claims 2. I claim 1. And technically, my mother-in-law has 3. So, yes, I know. Somebody needs to take us out and shoot us. Denise, sorry. I need to read straight. Dennis is here, says, I messed with them like you do. Fantastic. That's always a good thing, Dennis. I love hearing that. Jim says to Darlene, wow. Yeah, 11 and 22. That's definitely a wow. Mano says hello to Dennis. Stacy says she was also fatigued from lack of food also. Probably. Well, actually, no. My mother-in-law, when Stranger first came into the house, she went out and she put up signs like anybody missing a cat, so forth. Well, she was talking to the next door neighbor, and the next door neighbor told her that she had seen the cat in the backyard and had been putting out food for it. So it had been eating, a little bit, but that they weren't stupid enough to open the door and let her come in. That would be us. So, yeah. So we knew we had found out she was a neighborhood cat who had been being cared for by another neighbor. But the night that she came to our house and the night she came in was also the night there was a hard freeze warning. And I told my mother-in-law and my wife, I said, I can't kick this cat out. I can't send it back outside. I just can't do it. And she's been with us ever since. So Dennis says, I had a young wounded black male cat show up. It wasn't one of the ferals, but we got cut off there. Tarkorf is here, says, I answered a call that had a company name attached. I am so and so from How Are You? I am effed since the phone tells me you're lying. He wasn't happy. I got one of those too. On the drive back from Missouri, I took several scam calls, and one of them came up as a Publix pharmacy. So I'm like, let's see if they actually identify as Publix pharmacy. Nope, they were Medicare. And as soon as I asked him, my phone says you're calling from Publix, he clicked. He hung up. He hung up really quick. It's like, damn, man, you could have used that. You could have said, yes, I'm calling through, using Publix's phone line or whatever, calling on behalf of Medicare. But nope, too stupid. Darlene says, yep, too many. Tarkor says 2 indoors are enough. Well, all 6 of ours are indoors, just so you know. Manuel says, hiya to Tarkor. Darlene says, our current cat and last cat picked us out when we were visiting the Humane Society. Okay. Texas here. Hey, Texas, how's it going? Manuel says hello to Texas, and Texas says hello to Manuel. All right. Okay, since I caught up on the chat, which doesn't normally happen, but hey, what the heck, we're there, so I'm going to take advantage of this. So on the way home, I'm listening to XM comedy stations, right? Comedy Roundup, Netflix is a joke, whatever, just to have something to listen to. And one of the episodes I was listening to, they were talking about a summer playlist. And it reminded me, I'm going on a road trip this coming weekend, and I need ideas for a in the car road trip music. Okay. Now, granted, guys, my tastes are very eclectic. I go from one extreme to the other. I could do Enter Sandman by Metallica, and then I could do the theme song from Hairspray. My tastes vary, but I'm really bad about names, musicians' names and song names. So if you guys could suggest a couple, let me know what you think. I will say I particularly like songs that you can sing along with and are very lively. keep you going type of thing, especially when you're on a road trip and you're driving by yourself. You need something that, keeps you going. Okay. And a really good example, what I'm talking about here, would be, I've got 2 or 3 examples really quick. What's the one? See, this is what I'm bad. This is what I'm horrible at. What's the it's Tub Thumping. I forgot the name of the group. I get knocked down, I get up again. No one can keep me down. I get knocked. You know which song I'm talking about.
Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba, that's it. This is the reason why I'm asking for help, guys, because I don't remember the names of musicians and songs. But that's one of my, that every time that comes on the radio, I'm singing along with it. And don't you dare say Ace of Base Signs, because even though I do sing along with that one every single time, it's not a road trip sing along song.
Jerry Reed is.
But Tub Thumping,
dude, Amos Moses, absolutely. I don't
know what that is. Another good one. Like there's classics like Bohemian Rhapsody from Queen. That's a classic you can sing along with. And anything from the Meatloaf catalog are like songs I love to sing along with. I actually have the best of Meatloaf, but I think I have it in the store. I have to double check, because if it's in the store, I need to put it in my car, because there's like 10 or 12 songs on there that are all great to sing along to. But do you have any examples, Avery? Knowing my tastes is what I mean. Knowing my taste.
Oh, I don't know. I would listen to like classic country, like Jerry Reed and Conway Twitty and Johnny Cash.
Yeah, but are those sing along, keep your blood moving type of songs?
For me.
Okay, all right. You know what one I got stuck in my head on my walk this morning was Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire." I remember like the last 2 lyrics of that song, but I never remember how the damn thing begins. So I don't remember how it begins, but I always remember how it ends. And the thing I think it's funny about that song, you guys know which one I'm talking about. It's the one where he lists out all the different, people in events that have taken place, and it kind of, I'm pretty sure that song came out in the 80s, maybe early 90s. Because the last lyric that he ends the song on is rock and roll and the cola wars. I used to think he was saying color wars. And I'm like, color wars? What the hell is he talking about? It's cola, C-O-L-A, cola wars. Pepsi versus Coke. And I always think it's funny that rock and roll and the cola wars is the thing that he couldn't take anymore. Can you imagine if somebody did an updated version of that song? I'm sure it's probably out there.
I think there is.
Yeah, there's probably one that just says Trump, 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 Trump.
Just the insanity. Orange Man broke a lot of people.
Broke a lot, yeah. It. I'm sure there's a version out there, but all right. Let me see who else, who if anybody else came in. Hold on a second. Texas says, I have a wide variety of music genre taste myself. Well, I was raised on oldies and top 40. And when my daughter came along, she liked country. So I did classic rock and country, top 40, oldies. Like Beach Boys, Elvis Presley, that stuff was always great. And top 40 was just whatever was on the radio at the time. But I do a lot of country nowadays, but I can also do classic rock too. And I forgot what channel it is. There's a channel on XM. It's like 80s, 90s, and today. And whenever I set it on that station, I'm like singing along to every song. I know every song. Every song they're playing was a top 40 hit, and I know all of them. I sing along to all of them. But yeah, I got a rather eclectic taste as well. Jim says, "Do you like instrumental music?" Well, sure, but I want something I can sing along to while I'm driving. Hazel says, "How about some a cappella?" Oh, I sing along, absolutely. Burr says, "Maybe a wide variety of music." Well, that's what I like. Texas says Queen, absolutely. I think I have the best of Queen CD. I'm not sure if that's in the car, if that's in the store, but that's another one that I like to listen to. Guys, I hate to say it, but some of my favorite CDs to listen to are the Glee CDs, the Glee music. There were several of them. Every season had like one or two where they do a whole variety of different music, and some of them are how I got introduced to some of those songs was by hearing them on Glee, and which is really funny because there's been times I've been with Avery and I'll hear a song on the radio and I go, wait a minute, this is who sings this? Because I only know the Glee version. It's like, I thought it was a girl that sang this song, and he always rolls his eyes like, oh my God, I can't believe you watch Glee. But we did, and we loved it.
Not to mention like the big popular cultural touchstone song that you had never heard. It's like, really?
Or only knew of it through Glee.
Through Glee, and it's just like, really?
Yeah, there were a lot of them. There were a lot.
Well, I mentioned the Amos Moses song, and you don't know who Jerry Reed is.
Nope.
You've never seen Smokey and the Bandit?
I think so, but that was back when I was a kid. I haven't seen it since then.
Uh-oh.
What's the song?
Amos Moses is the name of the song.
Oh, is the name of the song? I thought that was the artist.
Jerry Reed's the artist.
Okay, Jerry Reed's the artist.
It's just he's in Smokey and the Bandit.
Amos Moses.
Yeah, it's a real peppy song. And I would have, well, I can't remember who did it, but that had that Convoy song too on a playlist.
Oh, I also like Alabama. Alabama had some road music that you could listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Pez says, good day, Drew Navy. Hey, how's it going, Pez? How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. Hazel says, hi to Tim. Pez says, good day to everyone. Hope you're all doing well today. Texas says, Tom Petty. Got to get some, I'm trying to think of some Tom Petty songs that I can think of right off the top of my head. I am so bad with titles and names. Free Fallin'. There we go. I can name at least one. Stacy says hi to Pez. Pez says yes. Stacy says hi to Hazel. And Burr says hi to Pez. And Stacy says hi to Texas. Tarkor says another one bites the dust by Queen. Absolutely, that one is on the list. That one, another one bites the dust, and We Will Rock You. Even though those are two different songs, they roll right into the other. A lot of people think they're one song, but they're actually two different songs. So Tim says Jerry Reed and Tim Wilson. I'm not familiar. Jerry Reed is the one you mentioned. Okay, but I don't know who Tim Wilson is. Manuel says good morning to Pez. Pez says good day to Stacy. Hazel says Home Free has great sing-along songs. Home Free, okay. Not sure what that is, but okay. Texas says AC/DC Back in Black is my favorite. Yes, absolutely. What's the AC/DC song that I really, really like? It's not Back in Black. It's it's one of their other main ones. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This is why I'm so bad at this game. TNT. I'm not sure if that's the name of the song or if it's just TNT Dynamite. Yeah, there we go. Glenn says ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, definitely not Baby Shark. Okay. God.
Oh God, there's a great cover of AC/DC Shoot the Thrill by Hellstorm.
Okay.
Hellstrom did a really great cover of that song.
Okay, I don't think I've ever heard of them.
They're good. I
like says good day to Births. Yeah. Stacy says love ELO. Texas says ELO was one of my favorite bands. All right, ELO. All right, I'm gonna have to write that down. ELO. Manuel says happy birthday to Hazel. Tim says look up Haywood Banks. Haywood Banks. Okay. Oh, you know what was one that they mentioned? The comedians that we're talking. I think it's Papa and Fortune was the name of the show. And one of the ones that they had on their list that they said, no, that's really not a summer jam song, but it was one of the ones I love to sing to when it comes on. It's the I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Florence and the Machine. The one song that they're really known for. Dark days are over. Dark days are gone.
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, that's not. That's. I maybe it's the way you're singing it. It doesn't make it.
Trust me, I'm not doing it any justice. Burr says, being that I played musical instruments throughout school and in the Army, I've learned to appreciate all kinds of music. Well, I have a friend who likes big band music, which always shocked me. But some of that stuff is really great.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Some of it's fantastic.
Yeah. Do you know what one of Romel's favorites is? The Bee Gees, "Staying Alive." Loves that whole record. Yeah. Hazel says hi to Stacy. Pez says good day to Manuel. Darlene says, I like the oldies radio station, 70s to 90s. Journey. Well, Journey is like classic. But to me, I put Journey in the same boat as like Warrant Cherry Pie and Firehouse. I think those were CDs, or I should say cassettes, that I had in my car when I was in high school and loved listening to over and over again. She's my cherry pie. Love that song.
Jesus.
What was the one? Extreme. Remember Extreme did a whole bunch of they had 2 or 3 albums, and I had I loved listening to those. But what's the More Than Words? That was their
okay. There was a time period where if you could play More Than Words on the guitar, it would drop some panties. I've seen dudes use that more than once.
Oh, so sad. Texas says, I love country too. Excellent. Stacy says, I went to ELO2 in concert and was amazing. Very good. You know, the last concert I went to, besides going to the symphony, my mother-in-law had season tickets to the symphony, and she stopped going, so my wife and I went.
Mm-hmm.
There were a couple times that we went, but the one concert that I remember going to was the Beach Boys. When they came here to Jackson. They were doing a free concert at Metro Park, and we got there late, and we kind of went in the first gate we saw, and we ended up sitting in the VIP section behind the stage. We were literally sitting across from like Donna Deegan and some of the people that were there. They were Donna Deegan at the time was a newscaster. She's now the mayor of Jacksonville, believe it or not.
What?
But, yeah, that's who our mayor is. But we were sitting. You remember the surfer guy that did the weather?
Yeah, the guy she was cuckolding her husband with. Yeah.
Well, we were like sitting right next to him. He and I don't remember who he was with. Might have been his wife and family at the time, but yeah, we ended up going in the back door and enjoying it from the VIP section. So just don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the last show I went to was a few years before I moved. I went and saw In This Moment at Freebird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Mayo says, I'm doing good to Pez. Tarkor says, Inya Gouda Digital by Iron Butterfly. Hold on a second. I got to write this down. Inya Gouda Digital Iron Butterfly. Now, see, that kind of sounds familiar to me, but I cannot place it, so I'll have to look it up. Tim says, last trip to Florida, I used Apple Music where I could call out my songs. Oh, okay. Hazel says, it's not my birthday. That's all right. Jim says, I listen to classic R&B music from 60s, 70s, and 80s. Excellent. Pez says, good day to Texas. Texas says, hi to Pez. Stacy says, I was born and bred country music. Yeah. Well, I've dabbled. I currently, if I'm not listening to news and talk and weather and traffic, that's usually what I'm listening to when I'm driving around. If it's not in I need to hear what the news or what the traffic is saying, then it's on a country station just to have music in the car. So Tarkor says, in a Gaddafi da Vida, in a Gaddafi da Vida. You guys know I'm not saying that right. Texas says, I'm 59, so my favorite rock and roll bands are from
Inagata Davida.
Oh, Inagata Davida. Okay. I think I've heard of that before. Oh, Jonathan sent me a $3 super sticker. Thank you, Jonathan. You're so wonderful. Welcome to the show, Jonathan. Manuel says, I like Rush and Van Halen and Kiss and Scorpio. Van Halen, absolutely. Kiss, yes. Scorpio, I don't think I can name a single song from Scorpion.
I think you might have meant Scorpion.
Oh, Scorpion? Okay. Still, same thing. I don't think I can name a single song. I like White Snake. There's some White Snake songs I know. My daughter was big into Rush, but I never. I mean, I probably could not point out a Rush song if I tried.
Not even the one super obvious one.
Probably not. Which one was it? Because
Tom Sawyer.
Oh, really? That was by Rush? Okay. I am familiar with that song, but I didn't know it was by Rush, to be honest with you. I told you guys I'm bad at this game. I'm not good at this game. Pez says, I like country music and the best, but I listen to all good music. Very good. Manuel says, hi to Jonathan. Stacy says, me too, Texas. 60 this year. Glenn says, just a kid, you whippersnapper. Jonathan says, I'm 74. Very good. Texas says, stop dragging my heart around. Absolutely. Good song. Tattle says, hello. Hey, Tattle, how's it going? Jonathan says, I like B.J. Thomas. B.J. Thomas. Okay. I'm going to write that one down. Check them out. Texas says, nice. I'm not as old, the old senior. Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. You're in good company. Stacy says, hi to Tattle. Jim says, I listen to late Barry White. Love Unlimited Orchestra. Okay. Texas says, Pez, I love country too. And she says, Bad Company. That's another one. I'm familiar with the group. I don't think I can name a single one of their songs. But if I heard one of their songs, I go, oh, there you go. Yes. But I'm horrible when it comes to names. Pez says, Willie Nelson and Ray Charles. Hey, Willie's still with us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some Willie Nelson songs, but yeah.
Oh, dude, that Willie Nelson, Ray Charles song. Seven Spanish Angels. Oh my God, that song is so good.
Hold on a second. What is it? Seven
Spanish Angels.
Angels. Okay, I'll look it up.
God, that song is so good.
Okay. Tim says, I love some Toto. Yes. Isn't that the Africa one?
Yeah, oh God,
like
dude. Dude, what that guy Frog Leap Studios has that metal version of that song. Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, do you know what group I really like? They did like rock and metal versions of classic songs. Is Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. You ever heard of them? Yeah, they do like a lot of yeah. You probably have heard some of them, but yeah, I have one or two of their albums. I think I have some of them on my computer somewhere. Hazel says, "How about playing a request from the people in the chat?" Oh, well, we'll see what we can do. Hazel says, "Home Free is an acapella band." Oh, Home Free is an acapella band. Okay, hold on. Home Free. All right, I'll check that out. Pez says seven Spanish Angels. There you go. He was right there with you. Tim says Boz Sags has some rocking songs. Okay. Boz Skaggs. That name sounds familiar, but I couldn't place a single song. Texas says, yes, Tim. Darlene says Elton John. Yep, Elton John. I think I have a greatest hits of Elton John somewhere. I'll have to double check. Stacy says, agree with Tim. Glenn says,
yeah, I like that Elton John song about Tony Danza.
Glenn says, how about Arlo Guthrie's Alice's Restaurant? If that's the song I'm thinking of, that's not really a you can sing along to it type of song, is it? Or maybe it is. I'll write it down just in case. I heard The Devil Went Down to Georgia recently on the radio. That's such a great song to sing along to.
Yeah.
Told you once, you son of a best there ever was. Guys, I don't do well singing either, as you probably have guessed. All right. Oh, what's another good one? Love the Bee Gees, says Texas. Oh yeah. Stacy says, I love most music, but not rap crap or heavy metal crap. Well, there's some I get into. I'm not so much rap. I mean, do you consider Will Smith rap?
Some of his music was technically what was rap.
Didn't he like get one of the first rap Grammys or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, but
If I listen to rap, I listen to like hardcore gangster rap from the 90s.
Yeah, like stuff that inspired Straight Outta Compton and stuff like that, which I did watch.
Yeah.
I finally did watch that movie, but
yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
dude, I didn't know that dude was playing Ice Cube with Ice Cube's son until after I watched the movie. So I watched the movie the first time. I'm like, man, that guy's really nailing Ice Cube. He's a good actor. Man, he even kind of looks like Ice Cube.
That looks just like him.
Then I'm like, I say something to somebody. I think it was you after I watched it. He's like, yeah, it's his son. I'm just like,
it might have been. It might have been. Well, it's like, what's his name? The guy that that's Denzel Washington's son. He's now an actor, and he was in that movie The Creator. I mean, he doesn't look exactly like him, but you can definitely tell that's Denzel Washington's son. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Bert says, my parents had us listen to people such as Chuck Berry, yep. But growing up, it was predominantly Black and Latinos, so we listened to a lot of both of those. In high school, I learned country music. I heard country music. Okay. Stacy says, yes to Texas. Pez says, good day to Glenn. Texas says, Billy Squire. Now, I've heard the name before, but I don't think I could... Billy Squire. I don't think I can name a single song from him. Hazel says, look up Delta Dawn by Home Free. Delta Dawn by Home Free. Okay, let me put that down on my list to check out. Excellent. Amanda's here. Hey, Amanda says, so listen to this. The Spectrum TV scammers called us. Hubby actually called Spectrum and did a conference call. Scammer actually stayed on. The scammer actually cursed the real licensed Spectrum. That would have been hilarious.
That's funny.
Hilarious. Manuel says hello to Amanda. Amanda says agent cussed the agent out when she told him they didn't call people and so promotions. It was hilarious. That would have been... that's such a great idea to try to conference in the real company. That's such a wonderful idea. Stacy says, I live in Tamworth with a huge guitar and huge country festival every year, country music capital in NSW, Australia. So love country music. Now, Stacy, is the country music that you listen to in Australian country music, or do you listen to American country music in Australia? Because you might have your own country.
They have both. They have both.
Okay. Because I don't think we get a lot of foreign country music here. I think pretty much everybody is like American country but I know there's country all over the place. There's country all over the world. So
yeah. They have rednecks in Australia.
Yeah. Well, that's Australia seems like the perfect place for country music to be. You know,
I think they call them bogans.
Bogans? I have no idea what that is. Stacey,
I think that's their term.
Pez says Jimmy Barnes.
It's something like that.
Okay. Jimmy Barnes. I don't think I've ever heard of that guy. Glenn says, don't ever play Stairway to Heaven on a guitar at a music store. It's strictly forbidden.
Yes. Yep. You can go in any music store. If you pick a guitar up and start playing it, they'll kick you out.
Oh, I bet. Amanda says yes to Manuel. Tarkor says, I like XM channel 149 has instrumentals for popular songs. Really? Okay. I don't think I've ever been that high up. I think the 90s is where the comedy channels are, and that's usually where I stop. Stacy says, what's that to Glenn? Texas says Kiss was awesome in concert. Oh wow, that's cool.
Oh yeah. I remember when I was a little kid, dude. When I was like 5, wearing my Kiss T-shirt. Kids would be like, "Do you worship the devil?"
The devil. Yeah, heaven forbid you play D&D and listen to Kiss. You know.
Yeah.
You were.
I'm like 5. I'm like 5, and I'm just like, what? Because it's the whole thing rumor that got started back then, like Knights and Satan's Service.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, but they played that up, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Got them a lot of attention. That was back in the day.
Yeah.
Hazel says, try some sea shanty. Sea shanty.
Sea shanties. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Texas says, never been a Rush fan. Tim says, Heart, Magic Carpet Ride. Oh, there's a remix of Magic Carpet Ride that was done for a movie. I forgot. I think it was, the movie was Go was the name of the movie, and I have the CD that's the music from that, and the Magic Carpet Ride version song that's on there is fantastic. But it's not the original, of course. It's not the Heart version, but I'm definitely putting it down on the list. Manuel says, "Rock you like a hurricane" by Scorpion. Okay, excellent. I am familiar with that song. Tom Sawyer is okay. Gotcha. Heart, yes. Barry White, yes, he's awesome. And Marvin Gaye, okay. Manuel says, I listen to old school music and rap hip hop. Okay. that's a good combination. All the World Stays Here says hi. Welcome. He says, how's everyone? Very good. Texas says, Waylon Jennings is one of my favorites. I know the artist's name, but I can't for the life of me tell you a single song. But I'm writing it down. Stacy says, not a Willie Nelson fan. Okay. All the Worlds of Stay says everyone. He says that was from his How's Everyone. The Lady P is here, says hi everyone. Welcome to the show. Hello. Darlene says, I went to 4 Clay Aiken concerts. Hold on a second. Let me step back and read that part again. Darlene says she's gone to 4 Clay Aiken concerts. He played the lead in Spamalot in New York City. Also, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in Maine, and got his autograph. That's awesome. It's good to see at least he's still performing. Didn't he run for Congress or something sometime? I don't think he made it, but
I don't know.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that was on American Idol. Clay Aiken.
I don't know. I don't follow him.
Oh, okay. So, I don't follow him either. I peripherally know of him.
Yeah.
So, the Lady P says, I like Sir Paul. Excellent. Paul McCartney, right? Yep. Texas says, Stacy, same. I like a few of his songs. Stacy says, gee, Texas, we love the same music. Excellent. Manuel says, hiya, all the Worlds of Stage. Happy Saturday. Pez says, g'day to all the Worlds of Stage. Jonathan sent me another $5 super sticker. Thank you, Jonathan. You guys, you don't have to do that, but I do appreciate it greatly. I thank you very much. All the Worlds of Stage says hi to Pez. Texas says, we're the same age. That's why. Tim says, Steppenwolf. I saw Hometown in concert. Really? Okay. I can't name a single Steppenwolf song. To be honest, I'm pretty sure I know of some and have sung along to them. I just for the life of me,
you'd know it when you heard it.
Exactly. Jim says to Texas, I love the whole Barry White collection. He had a big band back in the 70s. Fantastic. Stacy says, Willie Nelson sang On the Road Again. Oh, yes. That's one of my dad's favorites. Yeah, you know what's so funny? One year for Christmas, I bought a karaoke machine, and it came with, you could digitally download 10 songs for free. And of course, the first song I downloaded was Let It Go from the Frozen movie.
Did you get that meme I sent? The Frozen meme?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I sent
group chat.
I think I sent it in the group chat for me and for you and Todd. It was on Instagram.
Okay, I'll have to check it out later then.
Dude, it's so funny. It's okay. It's the girl going up to the door. Do you want to build a snowman? And she's like singing into the keyhole. And they edited it where the other side is from Bad Boys, where he shoots the dude through the keyhole.
So sad. So sad.
It's hysterical.
But the point of the conversation I was just getting to was that I asked my dad, is there a song you would like to be able to sing to? And he picked Willie Nelson's On the Road Again. So I have Frozen's Let It Go, Willie Nelson's On the Road Again, and I think I have a couple of Pink songs, like Raise Your Glass. That's
oh geez,
I love that song.
Oh my god.
Actually, I like all of Pink songs. There's not a bad Pink song out there. For those of you who don't know, I am actually a 15-year-old girl at heart. So you all know. I'm sure she hates us. Texas says, Jim, I love his voice. Texas says, Al Green too. Al Green, okay. All right. Stacy says, Texas, true to that. All the World's a Stage says, what's up to Manuel? Texas says, my, okay. Sup to Jim. Texas says, oops, my mom loved Motown and rock. Oh, gotta love some of that Motown music. What's his name? Who is the guy who was married to the super hot model?
That's a lot of guys. That's a lot of famous guys.
He sang the song Motown, the Motown song. Right there, you could probably read it off. If I get close enough to the screen, you could read it from the tip of my lips.
Tip of your tongue?
Tip of my tongue. That's it.
If that's it, I can't.
Hazel says, "Are you going to play songs on your next live?" Probably not.
No, copyright strike.
Yeah, I don't want to get copyright strike, but I'm trying to come up with ideas for a road trip. I'm going on a road trip next week or this week. Jeez, leaving Thursday. That's how soon it is. And I need some ideas for a road trip CD. Is what I'm talking about. What we're asking about. Jim says to Texas, I had a female singing group to Love Unlimited in Heart and Unlimited in Heat. Okay, nice. Texas says, I like old Warren G. And I follow WG on YouTube. Okay. Jim says, hey, all the world's a stage. BBC, hey, BB, how's it going? Says, wow, I didn't think you were going to be on tonight. I waited till about 8:20, but anyway, I can't stay as I'm getting ready to wash my hair and go to bed after it dries. Hey, I understand completely, BB. Yeah, I started late. I had to pick the mother-in-law up from the airport. That's why I started late. I tried really hard to get back on time. It just didn't happen. So, well. The Lady P says hi to Jim. Stacey says hey to Baby. Jim says hey to Lady P. BB says hi everyone. Just have to say hi and gotta go. Have a great week. Absolutely. Thank you for checking in, BB. Manuel says hello to BB. Darlene says Aerosmith, Stairway to Heaven and Dream On. Oh, absolutely. Or Loving an Elevator. What's the one from what? See, I couldn't hold a tune in a bucket. What's the one from the Armageddon soundtrack?
I know the song
from Armageddon.
Yeah. There's a couple of different versions of that song, but I don't know.
Stacy says Delta Dawn is a great song. BB says sorry I can't stay. No problem. Texas says write down Billy Squier and look his popular songs up and you'll know them. Okay. Billy. Oh wait a minute. Did I already write down Billy Squier? Yes, I did. I'm gonna put a star next to that when I look him up. Texas says bye to BB. The Lady P says at the bowling tournament. Okay. Manuel says hey to Lady P. Stacy says yes, Drew. We gave both. Okay. Lots of great stars. Texas says I like Led Zeppelin, but not lively road music. That is true. Hazel says good night, BB. Stacy says come on, Avery. We're not all Hogans. Laugh out loud. Come on, Avery. We're not all Hogans. You know what she's saying?
Yeah.
Is that a
That's kind of like their slur for redneck.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you
I picked it up from what's that comics guy's channel? He's Australian. I can't remember.
I don't.
His comics called the Lucian.
Okay.
Bancroft, Michael Bancroft.
Okay.
I picked that up from his.
Tim says next weekend. Oh, hold on a second. Excuse me. I saw that one coming. Tim says next weekend, Henderson, Kentucky has a large blues concert on the Ohio riverfront, and it's free. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Manuel says, I love Latino music like Pitbull. Okay. I don't think I know a single Pitbull song. Pez says, we have a lot of country music in the Oz. Texas says, nice, Tim.
I just like Pitbull because he hates communists.
Okay, well, that's good.
So I like him.
Texas says, my cousin was a DJ in his town in Washington State, and he had a blues show. Very cool. Stacy says, Jimmy Barnes was at the festival. Willie Nelson also. Very good. Lady P says, I wanted to be in a radio DJ when I was a little girl. Texas says, nice. I still think I want to be a stand-up comedian. I really think I could do it.
Oh boy,
I've got to write some good jokes. I'm gonna have to write some good jokes and then try them out on you guys. See what y'all think.
Okay.
I don't have any for tonight though. Glenn says, check out the app Radio Garden. You can tune into thousands of radio stations around the world on a map. Oh wow, okay. Stacy says Jimmy Barnes is Aussie. Okay. Tarkor says Blondie. Okay, Blondie. Yep.
Oh, dude, I had such a crush on Deborah Harry when I was a little kid.
Texas says I was a big Peter Frampton fan in high school. Sarah says I had trouble with getting on the stream. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you're here, Sarah. I was just getting ready to say Stacy's name again. Stacy says I've watched Bohemian Rhapsody movie about 100 times. I have that one in my collection. I even have a steelbook of it. Sarah says, yes, Clay Aiken was on American Idol. Yep. Aaron says, Wallerman is an example of sea shanty. Okay. Manuel says, hello to Sarah. Stacy says, hi to Sarah. Texas says, the Doobie Brothers have a fun song to sing like Blackwater. Okay. Hold on a second. I am fairly certain I'm familiar with that one. Tarkor says Born to Be Wild by Stefan. Oh, okay. Born to Be Wild. That's that's so funny. I mean, I probably have heard that song a million times and sang it every time. Stephen Wolf for Ladies Only. Great album. Okay. Darlene says Clay was runner-up to Ruben Studdard in 2003. Yes, he ran for Congress in his hometown, but didn't win. They both were just on The Masked Singer. Okay. What has Ruben Studdard been doing lately? I don't know. Haven't heard that name in a long time.
I don't even know who that is.
He was the winner of American Idol, I think in season 2 or 3. Texas says, Stacy, I was a huge Queen fan. Alice Cooper, too. I saw Alice Cooper in concert, and it was insane watching his acts. That has got to be cool.
Alice Cooper is awesome.
You know who somebody else I'd like to see in concert, if possible, would be like Weird Al Yankovic. You know?
That would be great.
That would be a great one. He did come through Jacksonville one time. I mean, it was a couple years ago, but I know he's in Jacksonville. But oh well, you never know. Stacy says, "Great song." Manuel says, "Pink Floyd." Yes, I got that one. Sarah says, "I love Pink and Raise Your Glass." Yep, raise your glass. Yeah, I know. Texas says, Stacy says, Texas, yes, huge Queen fan. Yes. Birth says, what's funny is that I had very little interaction with whites until high school and had no idea who the Beatles were or who the Beach Boys were. I managed to know who Cher and Bette Midler were. Really? Oh, what's that? If I Could Turn Back Time by Cher. Love singing that song. I'm putting that on my list. Hey, Burst mentioned it, so I'm putting it on. Cher.
Okay.
Nobody's mentioned Madonna. That's another one we have several of her CDs. Yeah. My wife was a fan of Madonna. Yeah. Sarah says, is there a stream next week? I'm planning on it, but we'll see. No promises, because I'm not going to be home. I'm going to be up at Todd's place, but if he'll let me use his computer, or heck, if I just log into the internet, I can do it from my phone. So we'll see. Texas says, what state are you driving through? I'm going Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. That's it. Just going to Charlotte. It's not a long trip. Stacy says, love the Beatles. Oh, Beatles. Absolutely. Darlene says, Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart. I don't know how I got that one. Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart is the ugly musician that married a super hot model. Sarah says, life is a highway. Absolutely. Except I like the, who was it? Brooks and Dunn that did a version of Life is a Highway for the Cars soundtrack. That's the one I like. Is that one? Stacy says yes to Sarah. Sarah says, Darlene, love those Aerosmith songs. Absolutely. Hazel says, why copyright? If you play music or videos on a live stream, then the owner of that music can copyright strike your video or your live stream, and they can actually have it taken down. We've actually been on a live stream in which Todd was playing. It was like a trailer, and the stream stopped because YouTube shut it down because they received a complaint, and it's happened. And videos will get demonetized. They'll get shut down. They'll get removed completely if somebody does a claim against your video. So it's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't do direct, like sharing somebody else's stuff without permission, I should say. Glenn says Patsy Cline's crazy. Okay. Patsy Cline. Crazy. I don't think that's one I can know off the top of my head, but I'll definitely look it up.
Willie also has a version.
Yeah. Riding with the King, good roads. Riding with the King is a good road song. Okay. Stacy says, Bogans, I meant, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Darlene says, Aerosmith, I don't want to miss a thing. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one from Armageddon. That's a great one.
I was going to say Dude Looks Like a Lady. Okay.
That was...
Oh, wait, that's a totally different movie.
Totally different movie, yeah. Sarah says, thank you. Love Aerosmith, says Stacy.
I saw them in concert once.
God bless you. Oh, that's back when I sneezed. How far behind am I? This is 9:34. Okay, so I'm 6 minutes behind. Let me see if I can catch up real quick.
Go.
Pez says, I was going to say that, Stacy. Stacy says, beat you to it, Pez. Pez says, true, that, Stacy. Sarah says hi to Manuel. Stacy says hi or Sarah says hi to Stacy. Darlene says, I met Wolfman Jack when he was a DJ at our roller rink.
Oh cool.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Wow,
DJ
that was
at a roller rink. Wow. And that must have been some many years ago, young lady. Texas says, Darlene, cool. Texas says, I grew up in Huntington Beach, California. Okay. Jim says to Darlene, I worked at a radio station 8693, met George Benson, Aretha Franklin, and Anita Baker. Wow. Texas says, hey, Drew, there's a Weird Al CD really cheap for sale on Mercari. I sell my homemade jewelry on there, and I saw it. Oh, okay. I have like one or two different Weird Al CDs. I had a friend who was a big Weird Al fan, and I swiped his CDs from him. So I know I've got some of his music. Always fun. Sarah says, love that chair song. Absolutely. Lady P says to Jim R, cool. Stacy says, love Cher. Glenn says, if Drew sings, we definitely won't get a copyright violation. Actually,
yeah, it'll be so off key and unrecognizable, the algorithm won't pick it up.
There is a video on my channel. I'm not sure if I privated it or not, but it was from the time I took the trip to Atlanta to visit Jason, and then went to Charlotte to visit Todd, and then drove back. And on the drive back, I like sampled several different songs that I was just singing along to, and the video has me singing along to a bunch of different songs. I'll have to see if I still have that video somewhere. It was just me being silly on the road. Hazel says, how long is your road trip? I leave Thursday, and I think I'm coming back Sunday night. So it's only 4 days. But I'm going up for a convention. That's a 3-day convention. And once the convention's over, I'll probably start heading home. So Stacy says, yuck. Mad Doga LOL, as we called her. Oh, she's picking on Madonna. Hey, back in the day, she was really popular. So,
oh yeah,
the Lady P, WNJR Radio 1430 AM. Okay. Texas says, I live in South California for 5 years before moving here to Texas. And that's when you changed your name? Oh, sorry. Darlene says, cool, Jim. I also met Chris Christopherson, Jerry Reed, Louis Mandrell, and Joan Baez. Oh, wow. That's very cool. Texas says, sorry, Drew, I should have checked my talk to text before I sent it. Oh, nope, you're fine. Darlene says, and Gloria Loring. Very cool. Texas says, nice, Darlene. Hazel says, question answered. Okay. Lady P says, Jim R, WLS in Chicago. All right, Dave. Oh, hey, Dave. How's it going? Welcome to the show. We're only an hour and 11 minutes in. That's okay. We're good. Darlene says, 1984, when I was going out with someone at the time. Okay. And met all those famous people. That's cool. Freebird says, believe it or not, I met Chuck Norris when our truck was broken down in Oklahoma. He stopped to offer to help. I didn't recognize him until afterwards, and I wouldn't roll my window all the way down. Hey, there's a lot of people that might look like Chuck Norris out there, in Oklahoma, so you never know. But that's cool. Yeah. Dave says hello to Avery. Actually, my friend Yuli worked at a shoe store, and what's his name? The guy that did Free Falling. We just talked about him earlier. Tom Petty. Tom Petty came in to the store, and he actually sold Tom Petty and his wife. He sold him to Tom Petty, but his wife was there. A pair of boots, and Tom Petty gave him a custom guitar pick. Because, of course, my friend was a musician, so he recognized him and was gushing over him and had a great time and got to talk to him. And, yeah, Tom Petty was a really cool, human kind of guy shopping at a shoe store in the mall. Manuel says, hey to Dave. Jim says to the Lady P, cool. WNJR was a Hillside, New Jersey. Okay. Texas says, nice, Freebird. Stacy's got to go. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're wrapping up, Stacy. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Dave says hello to Manuel. Hazel says there's a lot of channels that react to music without getting copywritten. They do, but sometimes they can get there's a certain type of strike against your channel in which they allow you to continue being monetized, but you don't get any of the money. All the money goes to the copyright holder. So if you see somebody that has a music video reaction or whatever, they may not be getting any of the revenue from that channel. It may be going to somebody else, and they accept that. They would rather have the views. So I mean, it's a give or take kind of thing. But there's lots of different levels of getting into trouble with YouTube, to the point where your entire channel can go away if they feel like you're abusing somebody else's copyright. You can have all your videos struck. You could have all the monetization go to somebody else. There's a lot of different things that can happen. So it's usually safer just not to do it. Plus I don't think I'd react well to music, so I wouldn't give good reaction information. Stacy says, bye, Drew and Avery and chat. Talk to you. Take care and be safe. Absolutely. You too, Stacy.
Later.
Daniel says, I liked Freebird. Stacy says, thank Drew for the fun live. Fantastic. Sarah says, Laura Branigan. Hold on a second. Let me write that name down. Laura Branigan. All right. I'll check that out. Lady P says, cool to Jim. Texas says, Stacy, what part of Australia do you live in? My friend lives in NSW. I'm sure she knows what that means.
New South Wales.
New South Wales. Okay. Tim says, get some Glen Camp Glenn Campbell. Okay. Texas says Tom Petty. Yep, Tom Petty. Yep, I got that one. Neil Diamond. Oh, Neil Diamond. Oh my gosh, I love singing some Neil Diamond. Coming to America, fantastic. Freebird says we go to a restaurant and the waitress confirmed Chuck Norris lives right down the road and would always stop to offer help. That's fantastic. Oh wow. Stacy says Texas, born and bred in New South Wales, but now in Queensland. Okay, excellent. Where is New Texas says where? Stacy says to Texas, where is NSW? Where in NSW? Stacy, nice. My friend is in Orange. I'm sure there's code in there. He's single, she says. We've been friends for over 20 years. Stacy says, oh, yes, I know Orange. Great gets pretty cold there. Okay. And Texas says, cold. I'm assuming Orange is a place.
I don't know.
Stacy says, single, ha, ha, ha. Me too, Texas, she says. Texas, smiley face. Oh, you just having your own conversation. Darlene says, Laura Branigan sang Gloria. Oh, okay. Gloria. Yeah, I'm not going to sing it. Texas says, Sweet Caroline. Yes, that's a good one. Stacy says, details, please. Oh, goodness gracious, he's cute. Oh, we're getting. It's now becoming a dating service. Tim says, we got to see Neil in Indy 7 years ago. He was great. And Texas says yes to one of Stacy's questions. And then Pez says, Texas, Gina, I live in Vic. All right, cool. I caught up on the chat. It only took an hour and 17 minutes. You all are fantastic. You guys gave me some great examples. Some I knew of, but completely forgot about. But just got an awesome looking list here. I'm going to see what I can do about putting a CD together and jamming away on my drive. But I appreciate you all coming in and helping out. I do have to quickly make a video for tomorrow before I go to bed. I'm already exhausted, but I got to make a video because I had videos made all the way through today. So I need to make one for tomorrow. I think I have a good one from my road trip, an audio call that I'll make into a video for tomorrow, which was really funny. I had a great time screwing with this guy. I have to tell you guys, one of the calls I got, I was like cursing at the guy for being so stupid, and I hung up on him, and he called me back. So I got to do it all over again. And then I hung up on him a second time, and then he called me back. And my wife is sitting next to me in the car, and she's getting tired of me talking to this guy. And she's like saying something to me. I said, honey, now you're going to make me have to edit you out of this call. But we did have a good time. And I can't wait to share them with you. But everybody, have a fantastic week. I hope to see you all here next Saturday. No guarantees, but I will check in. At the very least, I'll check in and say hi. But I don't know if I'll go for a full stream. But I appreciate everybody who came in tonight. And remember, as always, if you get calls like the ones I get, either hang up on them or screw with them like I do. And if you do screw with them, try to record it and share it with everybody. Remember the golden rule. Screw and share. All right, everybody. I hope y'all have a fantastic week. We'll catch y'all next time. And thank you guys again so much for joining.